Well, good morning, everybody. It's very cold after work. We're in the deep freeze ourselves out here in Ontario, minus 25. But I want to go through absolutely Boris Johnson's release yesterday. I didn't want to hit that hard until I went through Oxford, Cambridge, and absolutely the University of London. I've got lots of academic friends there, especially in Oxford. Oxford's just been terrific for me. So I wanted to go through that. I spent a good portion, a little bit of today, and then I went to work here and I had some time at work, a few hours to finish it off, get through the data entirely. Why Boris Johnson is opening up 100%, announcing the endemic for the United Kingdom, all 5 nations therein. It is endemic, a P5 member, ending coronavirus absolutely as the Pfizer protocols are in. And when I say that, that means those who followed the 3-dose regime from Pfizer, all of that data is in, led by none other than Operation Warp Speed of the United States of America. That data is even older than mine. I'm Canadian, I'm in the protocol, but I'm Canadian and I'm 3 months further ahead. My data hasn't even been submitted yet for the 3rd boost, but regardless of that, all the data comes in. UK itself followed the Pfizer protocol from the manufacturers. Boris Johnson and government had followed Operation Warp Speed. All the Pfizer data in, all the universities hit it. It's gone through. What you're not going to hear in Canada, what you should hear in Canada, but you're not going to. I'm going to release all of you as best as I can. And here's the reality. They now know it is reduced, at least with 3-shot Pfizer inoculations. It's been reduced to a flu-like virus. That's what Omicron hits the wall with the vaccinations. We're not seeing the tremendous amount of hospitalizations, and even better than that, we're seeing a massive reduction in the ICUs. To the point, ladies and gentlemen, facing Omicron, it is absolutely an endemic. Everyone's been talking about it. I've talked about it entirely, but this is the data released from those who entered the Pfizer protocol first, especially all of those over the age of 60 and immune compromised. The numbers are so strong, it is now reduced to about the strength of the flu in vaccination. Moderna's going to have stats themselves. Everybody, I'm not championing Pfizer, I'm just telling you I jumped on the manufacturer first up, first one out of the gate with everything in place. Pfizer's one of the very oldest. They've had a history of lawsuits, massive. They're a strike 3 company. CEOs can't get away with what people think, and a lot of things are propagated. It would really be the end of the line for them. And we have all the data now, all the universities going through it. Will you get COVID vaccinated? Yes. But what are the chances that you're going to have a serious infection or other extreme complications that can put you in ICU or end your life? It is reduced greatly to the likes of a strong flu. That's where they're at now. The numbers are strong enough under the Pfizer protocol from Operation Warp Speed, released, analyzed by the best minds in the world. And for UK, that has given them the green light, as they stated, 90% vaccination rate. That's what UK achieved for those over the age of 60. Data from the USA on this shows clearly what the results are. UK now has it too. They have even a higher vaccination rate than the USA. Their numbers are in. This is what's happening. It is endemic for the United Kingdom, absolutely, and that's why. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but a short clip video just wasn't right. I had to look at it. Does this mean when you go to the hospital, you won't have to wear a mask in the UK? No, you're probably going to have to wear a mask. Are there still mandates and certain restrictions in hospitals? Yes, there are. Yes, there are, absolutely. But at large, unvaccinated, vaccinated. There are no more mandatory vaccinations. It's up to the individual. Now, when I say that, taxes and all the rest of it, when you join employment groups for benefits, when you go for insurances, there's going to be issues. There will always be issues. I'm certain of that wherever you go throughout the world. But as it stands, UK, you do not have to wear a mask. Next Thursday, it is the end of masks for the entire country. It's the end of all business restrictions outside again of critical care and healthcare, okay? There's going to be things there. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just saying for the vast majority of all industries and all peoples, the government is moving out. Does Russia have to do this? No. No, they don't, because they haven't enforced really anything anyway. It would be political suicide for Putin from the former Soviet Union. He's never tried to mandate anything. They've put, requirements in saying, hey, you should do this, you should do that. They've done some federal public sector things, but other than that, nobody follows in Russia. That's the truth. The busiest subway in the world. You can look at the pictures there. I looked at the video from people's shares on the Russians on the plane, World Juniors, nobody wearing a mask. They try to say, oh, it was smoking on the plane. No, it was smoking walking up to the runway, and that's it. I mean, I guess it's bad, don't throw your butts on the runway, but they were kicked off the Canadian airplanes because of masks. Masks alone. Russia stated then, regardless of what's happening now, that absolutely Canada has the worst restrictions almost in the world. I think they may be very well tied with China. We are the highest restricted country in the entire world. We're following mandates that are very close to that of communist China. So way worse than UK. They had massive restrictions, but remember, everybody, it's an island of 5 countries, a very small, densely populated area. That's what's happening. I want to go into Justin Trudeau's live. He has had it edited, republished by CBC. The live I shared as it was on CTV 2 days ago. It's now released with translation. It's only 47 minutes long, not the 1 hour and 17 minutes. I had wished in my heart that I had recorded that. Bloomberg, and I'm going to write to Mike Bloomberg, and I'm going to write to the reporter Brent. They know anyway, but now they know. Bloomberg News knows now exactly what Canada is. I'm going to take the CDC or CBC state version of a lie where they erase half the question periods out. In fact, the CBC video you watch with translations been crafted, it even cuts out right at one of the questions. 47 minutes, that's all you get on a 1 hour and 17-minute interview. Justin Trudeau is caught lying about Joe Biden. Enough people saw that live anyway. So, you know what? You said, Justin Trudeau, Joe Biden's releasing an executive order. Basically, that's what you said, that he was releasing something in the coming days. And the only way he could do that is an executive order mandating those truckers. That appears to be a lie. So far, I don't know. We'll still see. But Trudeau now has CBC make a brand new video chopped from that one, and they erased the back half. So you will never hear that out of his mouth. Too many people saw it, regardless if I report on it. You want to lie? I'm going to revisit my posting on my timeline of CTV, and we're going to see if it's still there or if it's just a static, or there's now a published video much shorter in duration. Canada's pathetic, everybody. We already know that, but it's beyond all measure of corruption. They want to talk about, Russia, China, USA, all these other countries. It's always everybody else who couldn't possibly be Canada. I don't know about all of you, but I've been following my Facebook, my news feeds. Death is daily on my following list, and not just COVID. There are